Catherine, is it true you got divorced from your husband?
Yes, but I already explained that when I told everyone about changing back to my maiden name.
Did you tell HR yet?
Yes, I've handled all the necessary paperwork.
But you didn't give us any details. When exactly did it happen?
That's not relevant to work matters.
Everyone's been talking about it, though.
What others discuss is their business.
But you didn't say why. Everyone's been wondering what happened.
That's not something I need to discuss at work.
Did something bad happen? Was it mutual? Did he leave you?
That's all private information, Rachel.
Well, yes, but I just wanted to confirm again to be sure.
Why? This is a private matter, and I don't think it concerns you, Rachel.
But we're so close.
We're colleagues.
But you've been married so long, though. What suddenly changed between you two?
That's not appropriate to discuss here.
I just care about my mentor's well-being. How are you holding up?
I appreciate the concern, but I'd rather focus on work now.
You always dodge personal questions like this.
Rachel, I'm just saying that this isn't appropriate workplace conversation.
But we're like family here. You can tell me anything.
We are colleagues, Rachel, but nothing more.
Is that how you see us?
Yes, that's exact.
After all this time being together?
Our professional relationship hasn't changed.
Oh, really? Just colleagues? Should you be saying that?
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Oh, by the way, I'm getting married.
What? Really?
Yes, can you believe it? He's absolutely the perfect guy.
Well, that's pretty sudden.
Isn't it amazing, though? He's so successful and mature.
I see.
He has such a good position at his company. And we're actually having the wedding ceremony in 2 months. I'm so sorry to be announcing my happiness at a time when you're dealing with your divorce now. It must be awful to see me so happy.
I don't try to push my unhappiness onto others, but don't you think that way of speaking is quite rude?
Oh, I'm so sorry if I offended you. But what's rude about sharing good news? Isn't this exciting, though? Everyone else was excited for me.
There's sharing news, and then there's gloating.
Gloating? I would never. You're just being sensitive because of your situation.
My situation has nothing to do with your behavior.
Is it wrong to be happy at a time like this?
Being happy isn't the issue.
Maybe if you weren't so cold, your marriage would have worked out.
What? That comment was completely inappropriate.
Sorry, just stating facts.
You're crossing a line.
Anyway, I'll send you a wedding invitation, so please RSVP quickly.
Rachel, what are you planning?
Planning? I'm just being considerate of my senior colleague.
I see. All right.
You'll definitely want to come to this wedding. Trust me.
We'll see.
Catherine, did you receive my invitation?
Yes, I did.
You haven't RSVP'd yet. Don't you know it's proper manners to respond quickly? Have you opened it up yet?
Yes, I have.
Did you read it carefully?
Yes, every word.
And? Aren't you going to congratulate me?
Tell me, what kind of joke is this? Why is my ex-husband listed as your groom when we only divorced recently?
Oh, did you notice that detail?
It was rather hard to miss. At first, I thought it must be someone with the same name, but then you helpfully sent me photos of you two together on WhatsApp.
Surprise successful! I've taken your husband for myself! Those photos turned out so well, didn't they?
What are you trying to accomplish?
Aren't they lovely photos? We look so good together.
You deliberately sent those photos to me. What exactly are you trying to do?
Do you want to see more photos of us?
Just stop this.
I have so many more to share.
That's enough. How long has this been going on?
Long enough for him to realize who he really wants.
Just answer the question.
Why are you so focused on timing?
Because it matters.
Does it though?
You're my subordinate. We've worked together for 2 years.
2 wonderful years of watching you.
Watching me?
I learned so much about you.
What do you mean?
You're quite something yourself, Catherine, being married to such a handsome executive. When I saw him at a client meeting, I had no idea he was your husband.
You knew exactly who he was.
He made quite an impression.
You planned this.
I thought you were too full of yourself, so I decided to take him away.
What? Too full of myself?
The way you carry yourself at work. Always so perfect, so composed. It was irritating.
I'm just doing my job.
You act like you're better than everyone.
I've never acted that way.
Even now, you're trying to be composed.
But this is who I am.
Serves you right, a pathetic old woman over 40 getting betrayed by her husband. That's why I'm inviting you to the wedding ceremony as a thank you for all your help.
Help with what, exactly?
Teaching me everything I needed to know about him, of course. All those times you talked about your husband at work.
I rarely mentioned about him.
But when you did, I remembered everything you said.
I see. You were gathering information about him.
I just listened carefully.
Why are you doing this to me? I don't remember ever doing anything to deserve this from you.
Really? You remember nothing? What about all those times you corrected my work? Every single red mark.
That's called editing.
Every single correction. Every single criticism.
That was my job as your supervisor. Just stop this.
It's so funny seeing you lose your composure. You're just so annoying, you know? The perfect career woman who can balance work and family, beloved by everyone. It's fine to be confident, but it's painful to watch. It's entertaining to see someone so high and mighty get shocked like this.
I never intended to act superior. I even put my best effort into training you.
That's exactly why you're so annoying. I'm a cute and delicate girl, but you're always nagging about this and that. Do this report again, check these numbers, follow up with clients properly.
That's called doing your job properly.
You couldn't just let things slide once in a while?
Work requires proper attention.
It's ridiculous that such an old hag had such a hot husband. So, it's only fair that I get a share of your happiness, right?
What? A share of my happiness?
He deserves someone young and fresh. Well, you had him for so long. Time to let someone younger have a turn.
Hey, don't say such ridiculous things.
What's ridiculous about it? He chose me in the end.
That's it. This conversation is over.
Running away? I thought you were stronger than that.
I'm not running away. I'm choosing not to engage with your provocations.
There you go again. That's what I hate most about you. Always so controlled, so above it all.
Goodbye, Rachel.
I'll make sure you never forget this.
Mom, I need to apologize about something today. But first, I have something I want to ask you.
Marcus, why so formal?
It's important.
What is it?
I saw something on your desk that worried me.
What do you mean?
That wedding invitation on your desk? What is it? Did someone send it just to hurt you?
Don't tell me you looked inside that invitation without permission.
I know I shouldn't have.
That was private, you know.
But something just seemed off lately.
What made you think that?
You've been acting different these days.
Different how?
You barely eat dinner anymore.
I've just been busy with work.
You don't sleep well.
Work has been demanding.
You've been looking so down lately. Sarah was worried too. She said you weren't your usual self.
I didn't mean to worry you both.
You always say that.
Because it's true.
But we're not kids anymore.
Marcus.
We notice things now.
I know you do.
You can't protect us forever, Mom.
I'm your mother. It's my job.
We're adults now.
You'll always be my children, though.
I know I shouldn't have, but come on, this is just messed up. Why should you have to be invited to Dad's wedding with his new wife?
You shouldn't have seen that.
Were you just gonna hide this from us?
I thought it would be better not to know.
Better for who?
For everyone.
You mean for us?
Yes, I was just trying to protect you both.
From what? The truth? We already knew about the divorce.
But this is different.
How is it different?
It's complicated.
Just tell me.
Well, actually, his new wife is my junior at work, and she said she invited me as thanks for everything.
Thanks for what? Taking your husband?
I'm saying it's complicated.
No, it's not. It's just cruel.
These things happen.
No way, not like this.
But of course, I'm not planning to attend the wedding, so don't worry about it anymore.
But that's not the point.
Then what is?
Look, I'm not talking about whether you're attending or not. I want to know what gold-digging snake would do something horrible like this to you.
Gold-digging snake?
You know that's what she is. How long was this going on?
Marcus, please don't get involved in this matter.
We're already involved.
You don't need to be.
They were seeing each other before the divorce, weren't they?
That's not important now.
Of course it is.
What's done is done.
Dad's always been easily influenced by others, and he's weak-willed. I bet it was his new wife who came up with this nasty plan.
Well, yes, you're right. She seems to hate me.
What? Hate you? Why?
Because I was her supervisor.
That's no reason.
Apparently, she sent the invitation just to rub it in my face. But your father and I are divorced now. We're strangers, so there's no point in dwelling on it.
Even if you feel that way, Sarah and I can't just let this go.
What do you mean?
We actually have a plan.
What plan?
Hey, Mom, would it be okay if we attended the wedding?
What?
Sarah and I, both of us.
No, absolutely not.
Actually, I already sent back the RSVP saying we would.
What are you thinking? Why would you do something so reckless?
Because someone needs to stand up for you.
No, Marcus, this isn't your battle.
Yes, it is.
She sent this invitation out of spite. There's no need to go there just to get hurt.
Who said anything about us getting hurt?
Marcus.
We're not gonna get hurt, we're gonna get even.
That's not necessary.
It is necessary. You've protected us our whole lives.
But that's what mothers do.
Mom, Sarah and I are grown adults now. We're healthy and doing well because you saved us. We really care about you.
Marcus, that was my choice, and you don't owe me anything.
Even so, we have to make them pay for hurting our beloved mom. This isn't about owing you, it's about family.
But still.
No buts! Dad and that woman hurt you. That's unforgivable. Sarah even said, leave it to us, and we're going to crush their spirit quick and clean.
Wait a minute. What exactly are you planning to do?
Nothing illegal if that's what you're worried about.
That's not very reassuring.
Don't you trust us?
I trust you. I just worry.
We know our limits.
Do you?
Come on, don't be so suspicious. We're just going to attend their celebration, that's all.
Just attend? Really?
Yeah, just attend, and maybe share some heartfelt memories about our family.
Marcus.
Trust us, Mom, we know what we're doing.
That's exactly what worries me. Please don't do anything rash.
Define rash.
You know what I mean.
Catherine, have you written your response yet?
You seem very invested in my attendance.
Of course I am. You're such an important guest to our wedding.
Am I?
Yes, the most important.
How so?
Of course, the wedding wouldn't be complete without you. The guest of honor.
Really? Is that what you think?
Oh, right. I should probably thank you and apologize.
For what exactly?
For everything you've done. For being such a wonderful mentor.
Is that all?
For teaching me so much.
About what?
Sorry for stealing your husband, you old hag. Though he practically jumped into my arms.
Is that what you think happened?
Want to know how it started?
Not particularly.
It was so easy.
I'm not interested.
I'm going to use you as a stepping stone to my happiness. You should have seen how eager he was to leave you.
Are you done?
Not even close.
This is so childish of you.
Doesn't it burn you up inside, knowing he chose me over you?
Is that why you keep messaging me?
Do you want to know more?
Not really.
I want you to understand completely.
Understand what?
How much better I am than you.
Is that so?
That's why you must come to the wedding. Everyone should see the moment I officially replace you.
Replace me?
In every single way. I'll give him everything you couldn't.
I see.
That hurts, doesn't it? Oh, or are you too bitter to attend?
Yes, I'm not in the mood to attend. That's why my children will go instead.
What? Your children?
My children, yes.
Oh, how interesting. I didn't expect you to use your children as shields.
Actually, they made their own choice to attend.
Sending them to fight your battles?
They make their own decisions.
Using them as weapons?
They're adults.
But then again, maybe you don't feel that attached to them since they're not really yours.
Be quiet.
Did I touch a nerve?
You're crossing a line.
They're just borrowed children, right?
One more word about my children and...
It must be hard raising another woman's children.
Just shut up. Say anything more insulting and I'll take legal action.
Legal action? For what? Telling the truth? They're not your real children, just like I'm your husband's real choice.
Final warning, Rachel.
About what?
You'll regret this.
Haha, how scary. What can you even do?
You'll find out soon enough.
Empty threats.
We'll see.
Well then, I look forward to meeting your children on the big day.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
They probably won't even come.
Don't worry, they will.
Nothing can ruin my perfect day.
Is that what you think happened?
Because Richard and I are meant to be together. Nothing will stop us.
Hello! Once again, congratulations on your marriage.
Huh? Wait, how did you get my contact information?
I asked Dad for it. I hope that's okay.
Who is this?
Oh, sorry. This is Marcus.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
Sorry for the confusion.
No, it's fine.
I really wanted to send you a congratulatory message. Was that inappropriate?
No, not at all. But wait, aren't you angry with me?
Why would I be angry?
You know, because,
Because what?
well, because of your mom. And everything that happened.
But that's between you and her, isn't it?
So you're not upset?
About what exactly?
About everything?
Why would I be? Adults make their own choices.
Really? You mean that?
Of course!
I'm surprised that you're so mature about this. And I actually had no idea that Richard's son was the famous college model Marcus.
Oh, so you knew about me?
Of course I know. You model with your sister. I couldn't tell because you use a stage name.
Oh, yes, that's for privacy reasons.
You're quite famous. I've followed your work for ages.
Really? Oh, that's flattering.
Every single shoot.
I'm honored.
I'm such a huge fan. I buy every magazine you're in.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Your latest spread was amazing.
You're too generous.
I have all your photo shoots saved.
I'm honored.
But I imagine this marriage situation must be complicated for you.
Oh, don't take it so seriously. I understand Dad's feelings well enough.
You do?
I know that life is complicated.
So you understand?
People change. Feelings change.
That's so understanding of you.
I'm quite practical.
So mature.
I can't deny them, and while I do feel sad, there are actually some good things too.
Good things? Like what?
New beginnings.
What do you mean?
It means I'm getting another mother.
Another mother?
Isn't that what this means?
Well, I hadn't thought.
Oh, you're so close to my age, you probably don't want a son like me.
No, I'd be honored.
Really?
Of course. I never expected you to be so understanding.
Life is full of surprises, isn't it?
It really is. I was so worried about meeting you.
No need to be worried.
You're so kind.
We're family now.
Yes, we are.
One big happy family.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Even though we won't be related by family registry or blood, I hope we can become close since fate has brought us together.
Yes, of course. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I'm so relieved. I thought you'd hate me.
Hate is such a strong word. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the main ceremony.
Yes, today is going to be just perfect.
It certainly will be memorable.
Yes, the perfect wedding waiting ahead.
Unforgettable, I'm sure.
I can't wait to tell everyone how supportive you are.
Oh, don't worry. They'll all know exactly how I feel by the end of today.
This means so much to me.
I'm sure it will.
Marcus, what is the meaning of this?
Meaning? I don't understand.
Stop playing innocent.
I just wanted to sincerely congratulate you, that's all.
Don't play innocent with me. The guests are completely misunderstanding everything.
Misunderstanding what exactly?
You know exactly what you did.
All I did was simply share some family memories to everyone.
No, I know you planned all of this. During the reception, you and Sarah suddenly started crying and saying Dad abandoned us because he wanted new children. It's like you're making it seem like Richard forced a divorce just to have kids.
Oh, so you heard about what happened before the ceremony?
Everyone heard it.
Did they?
The whole venue is whispering about it.
About what specifically?
You know what?
When we were greeting the relatives, I just got a bit emotional.
Emotional? You planned this.
Sometimes feelings just overflow.
This was calculated.
When everyone asked why we were invited, I just told the truth.
Your version of the truth.
Is there actually another version of the truth?
You're twisting everything.
But didn't the ceremony go smoothly?
Smoothly? Everyone was whispering.
Were they?
Your sister kept sobbing about losing her father.
She's always been sensitive.
This was planned.
She gets emotional at weddings.
You must be enjoying this.
And you must be busy with reception preparations now, right?
That's not the point.
What is the point?
You've ruined everything. I won't let you forget that funeral atmosphere in the chapel. Because of you, I'm being made out to be the villain.
A villain? Really?
Don't pretend.
I'm just asking.
Your tearful story made me look terrible here. The way you talked about the timeline. Everyone's looking at me differently now.
How are they looking at you?
Like I'm some kind of home wrecker.
Well, aren't you?
What? Explain yourself properly.
Like a villain? Please don't tell me you're stupid enough to say you haven't realized.
Realized what?
Think carefully.
What are you implying?
You're definitely a rotten snake of a woman.
What did you just say to me?
I'm just stating facts.
How dare you?
I was completely shocked. All the guests and relatives thought this was an amicable divorce followed by a new marriage. But the divorce was just 2 months ago. How could you meet, fall in love, and arrange a wedding in such a short time period?
Love doesn't follow a timeline.
That's impossible. You must have been having an affair.
You can't prove that.
The dates don't lie.
Those are just dates.
That's why you made up the lie about Mom and Dad divorcing last year, pretending you met by chance. And you only invited friends and family who wouldn't know the truth. Am I right?
Well, whirlwind romances happen all the time, and nobody remembers exact divorce dates anyway.
Is that so? Well, I actually brought Mom's divorce certificate today.
You what?
The official documentation.
No, you didn't.
It shows exactly when the divorce happened, and I made sure everyone saw it. Oh, and I might have shown your WhatsApp conversations with Mom to your parents, too.
What? How can you do such a thing? That's why the atmosphere was like that. My mom was looking at me with disgust, and my dad wouldn't even make eye contact.
Truth hurts, doesn't it?
You had no right.
No right to tell the truth?
Those were private messages.
They were evidence.
They were already hesitant about me marrying an older man, and I had to convince them to accept it. You've ruined my wedding day. I'll sue you.
Sue me? On what grounds exactly?
Defamation, harassment.
But I just shared the truth with everyone. It's not like I disrupted the ceremony or caused a scene, right? Same goes for my sister. We both didn't do anything wrong. But if you want to sue, we could countersue for defamation.
But I'm the bride.
So what? Really, I can't believe we're in the same 20s. You're so shallow.
I'm not shallow. I'm in love.
But then again, my dad. Richard is the type of man who would marry his mistress, and you're the scum who manipulated him. I guess you deserve each other anyway.
What? Scum? I won't stand for this. Just come back and apologize. And convince everyone.
No way! You invited Mom in the first place, so you should have expected some interference. You reap what you sow. Take responsibility for your own actions. Well, Sarah and I are leaving early, so continue to have fun with your wedding.
Don't mess with me. Hey, you! Come back and apologize. Don't you dare walk away.
Goodbye, stepmother. Enjoy your perfect day.
Hey, Catherine, make those twins come back.
Oh, are you not enjoying your perfect wedding day?
Fix this right now.
Fix what exactly?
This is all you're doing.
I'm merely picking up my children. I'm merely picking up my children. Oh, did I? What makes you say that?
You knew what they were planning.
I said I wouldn't attend the ceremony, but I never said I wouldn't come to the venue.
Why are you here?
To pick up my children.
In the middle of my wedding?
I knew you wouldn't stay quiet if my children did something, given your hot temper. I'm glad I could pick them up before things got too messy.
Before things got messy? They've already ruined everything!
Oh, have they?
Everything is just a mess.
Well, I certainly don't care about that. Now, go enjoy your wedding. Everyone should be waiting. We'll just go for a nice drive now.
How can I enjoy the wedding in this state? The guests are all talking. My parents won't even look at me. Richard is even talking about canceling the reception because he feels guilty.
Really? Guilty about what exactly?
You know what?
Tell me.
Stop pretending you don't know.
I'm not pretending anything.
Your children exposed everything.
Did they?
We're already legally married, but what a terrible start! Are you saying we should live our married life feeling ashamed in front of our parents and everyone else?
But my children didn't lie, and they didn't directly disrupt anything.
They told everyone about the timeline, about when we started seeing each other.
The truth hurts, doesn't it?
It wasn't like that.
In fact, I'm thinking of suing you for damages.
What? Sue me? Why?
You know why.
For what damages?
Isn't it obvious?
There's nothing obvious about it.
It's strange to marry just 2 months after my divorce from Richard, and your WhatsApp messages clearly show you were having an affair.
That was after.
The timestamps say otherwise.
Those messages mean nothing.
They mean everything.
But it's after the divorce, so it shouldn't matter.
No, I can still claim damages even after divorce.
What's ridiculous? You can't do that.
The law says otherwise.
You're bluffing.
You knew he was married when you started dating him, right? So you'll have to pay up. Richard may be good at his job, but he's clueless about legal matters. That's his own fault.
But you can't prove the affair with just words.
Actually, I can. Apparently, Sarah and Marcus gathered quite a bit of information from the guests.
What information?
Your careless bragging.
I never bragged.
You've been sending photos and videos of your dates to friends to create the impression you've been together for a while. But don't you realize that proves you were having an affair? You didn't think about that, did you? We have plenty of evidence to file a lawsuit.
No, I can't believe you'd go this far. Why? I just offered Richard a helping hand. He needed someone. He took it of his own free will. Are you going to stomp all over your ex-husband's feelings?
A helping hand? You mean because you can give Richard his own biological children?
That's right. Because you were infertile, Richard couldn't pass on his genes.
Is that what he told you?
And then you played house accepting adopted twins? It just makes me sick. Don't force your ideals on Richard when you couldn't even have children yourself.
I see. I suppose for a man in his 40s, it might feel like his last chance.
He wants his own children.
Richard does tend to get stuck on conventional ideas, and his heart would waver even after making decisions.
He wanted a real family.
A real family?
Meaning biological children.
Still, both Richard and I put our hearts into raising Marcus and Sarah after adopting them when they were 2. Even in today's diverse society, there's still a lot of prejudice against adoption.
He only stayed out of obligation. Because you guilted him. He never wanted adopted children.
When I found out I couldn't have children even with fertility treatments, I actually offered Richard a divorce at that time.
What? Then why didn't he take it? Why did he stay?
But he didn't choose to leave then. In fact, he was positive about adoption and accepting the twins.
But he was unsatisfied. That's why he eventually divorced you. I could tell he wanted more than that.
Perhaps. Maybe he had some thoughts after Marcus and Sarah became adults and that chapter of parenting ended.
He told me everything.
Though you were quite eager to listen, weren't you?
He confided in me.
But you're the one who tempted him into doing something foolish. So now you'd better stand firm against how everyone sees you.
Shut up, acting so high and mighty. You think you're so perfect. But unlike an old hag like you, I have infinite possibilities. I can give him what you never could. You'll pay for ruining the wedding and insulting me. I'll sue you, your son, and your daughter for damages.
Try if you dare, but I warn you, if you come after my children, you'll definitely regret it.
What? Is that a threat?
No, it's a promise. Choose your next moves carefully, Rachel.
You don't scare me.
Then you're not as smart as I thought you were.
Marcus, please help me.
Huh? Who are you?
Stop this. Don't play dumb. You know who I am.
I don't deal with obsessive fans. Please stop bothering me.
That's not it. Don't pretend you've forgotten about me.
I'm quite busy with work.
This is serious.
What is?
Your mother is being horrible.
My mother? What about her?
Just make her stop.
Stop what?
She just won't stop. The lawsuits, the rumors.
Won't stop? That's an interesting way to describe Mom just filing for damages and telling the truth to Dad and your parents.
She's destroying everything.
Is she?
My reputation is ruined.
Ruined by the truth?
People are avoiding me.
Pretty rich of you to blame others for your own misdeeds. Oh, and didn't she also inform the company?
You know what she did.
Did what?
Everyone at work looks at me differently now.
But you haven't been fired or publicly called out, right?
That's not the point. I can barely show my face at the office now.
I thought you'd be prepared for at least this much after what you did.
It's worse than that.
How so?
Because Richard was a client, the rumors are spreading throughout the industry. All my business contacts are avoiding me. And Richard's company president apparently divorced his own wife because of her infidelity.
Oh, really? How interesting.
He's judging us.
And?
The president is treating Richard coldly now. Anyway, everyone's looking at Richard terribly now, and it might even affect his promotion.
Is that so? Well, good luck with that.
Wait, you have to help!
Why should I?
Please, you have to help me. You seemed so understanding at the wedding.
Did I?
You were so kind to me.
Was I?
So please, make your mother stop.
Why should I?
Because we're family now.
Are we?
By marriage.
Are you sure about that?
Why? Why go so far to interfere? You're not even blood related to her, yet you protect each other like this.
Excuse me? Who's not related?
Well, you're adopted, right?
I don't think making me angry is in your best interest right now.
But it's true.
You should choose your next words carefully.
I'm just stating facts.
I've been holding back some photos you sent to your girlfriends because I didn't want to break any laws.
Photos? What photos?
Think carefully.
What are you talking about?
You know, the ones of you kissing Dad and in bed together? The ones with messages about how you stole him?
How did you get those?
Your friends were quite helpful.
They wouldn't.
Unfortunately, they did.
Those were private.
Do you want me to post those online?
No, you wouldn't.
Try me.
You wouldn't dare expose that on the internet.
If I posted under my name as a model, you know it would really blow up.
No one would believe you. You can't do this to me.
Yes, I can.
But that would destroy my life.
I have quite a following, you know. Your face would be exposed, you'd get a digital tattoo that never goes away, people might even find your address.
You can't. That would end my life. I can't believe you even have those.
It's true that Mom and we aren't blood related. But is blood really that important?
But
Mom took us in when we lost our parents and became a real mother to us. Though things ended badly with Dad, I'm still grateful to him in a way. What matters is feelings. We're a family connected by heart.
But
If you insult us any further, I'll throw away everything I have to make sure you face social consequences.
But aren't I supposed to be like another mother to you?
Looks like you need another reminder of your position.
All right, I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Are you really?
Yes, please. I apologize for getting so carried away.
Good. But if you're going to apologize, do it properly to Mom. And don't even think about trying to get away with just a text message. Apologize to her directly in person.
I promise I'll apologize in person right away.
Remember, I'll be keeping these photos forever, so think carefully about how you want to live your life.
I understand. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, just delete those photos.
That depends entirely on your future behavior, doesn't it?
I'll apologize to Catherine properly. I promise.
Good. Don't forget, I'm watching.
I understand.
Hey, Rachel came and prostrated herself before me this afternoon. I suspect you had something to do with this, Marcus.
Oh? Did she?
You know something, don't you?
Do I?
She was shaking the whole time.
Was she? How interesting.
Just trembling.
Must have been cold.
She kept apologizing over and over.
Why suspect me first?
Because I know you.
Me? Really?
You always get involved.
I have no idea what you mean.
Marcus,
Yes, Mom?
what did you do to her?
I'm always gentle and well-behaved, aren't I?
Is that something you should say about yourself?
Just being honest.
Tell me the truth.
Well, I just gave her some friendly advice.
Friendly advice that made her shake in fear?
Very friendly advice.
Marcus,
She seemed quite receptive to the advice.
what exactly did you say to her?
Nothing much.
Define nothing. Besides, I know you're the scarier one when it comes to getting angry. That's not something to be proud of.
Then I must take after you, Mom.
Marcus.
Speaking of Rachel,
Yes?
I heard from her, but looks like Dad and Rachel are both struggling at work now? That their reputations are in tatters?
So you heard. Isn't it unfortunate for them?
Even affecting business relationships. Mom, how many people did you network with?
Nothing special. I just shared the truth as casual conversation.
Casual conversation that destroyed their reputation?
Just sharing facts.
With everyone?
Just with interested parties.
How many interested parties exactly?
Just a few key people.
Really? A few?
I mean, as your mother, I couldn't hold back if she was going to cause trouble for you or Sarah. I'm a pacifist, but when I act, I go all the way. That's my motto.
A pacifist who systematically dismantled their lives?
They did that to themselves.
You always protect us so fiercely.
Yes, I always will.
No matter what?
Of course I do.
Even after all this?
Always.
Mom, you always think of us first. Even now, after all these years.
Because you're my children.
But, Mom,
What is it?
you know, sometimes, just sometimes, I do wish I could have been born from your womb.
Oh, Marcus.
Then possibly none of this would have happened.
No, you don't have to think like that.
But it's true.
No, it's not.
Maybe then Dad wouldn't have felt lingering regrets and done something so stupid. I wonder if we became a burden to you.
Don't be ridiculous. You were never a burden at all.
But because of us.
No matter how you came to be, you're my son. You and Sarah are my greatest joy. What matters is the heart. I love you both with all my heart.
Even though we caused you pain.
You've never caused me pain.
But the divorce!
It wasn't your fault. What else could we possibly need?
Just us?
Yes, just us. That's all we need.
Mom. Yeah, you're right. I'm so happy to be your son, to be family with you.
And I'm proud to be your mother.
Even if we caused all this drama?
Especially because you stood up for what's right.
We'll always protect you, Mom.
Rumors have a funny way of spreading. The story of how Rachel had an affair with a married man and stole him away circulated throughout the business community. As the victim, I wasn't affected much, but Rachel, being the other woman, and Richard, who abandoned his family of many years for adoption, became quite notorious for this incident. Rachel couldn't handle the pressure and quickly resigned. Until the very end, she kept begging, please don't expose everything, clearly terrified of something. Richard desperately clings to his position, not wanting to lose his job, but when I caught a glimpse of him during a client visit recently, he had become shockingly thin, almost unrecognizable. He once asked me to reconcile, but I immediately blocked his number and just rejected all his calls. I'm not lonely at all being with my wonderful daughter and son. And lately, they've been especially attentive to me, so I don't have time to dwell on the past at all.